Yo, what's up guys, it's ApTreX here. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at the brand new Sudachi Emulator Android version 1.0.15 latest build. Now right here is the changelog of this brand new version of Sudachi Emulator, which I guess was released about a week ago. You'll be able to see added support for XCXDE. Currently the menu and a small section of the game has been tested. Along with that, there have been some internal changes to improve stability and performance. So right here, I have already added this brand new version of Sudachi Emulator, which will be setting it up in our today's video and testing out how well does it actually work. So here we go, let's just go ahead and get started and import all the necessary stuff which is required to run this emulator. Now that everything has been successfully imported, we can tap on continue, and as you guys can see, our Sudachi emulator has been successfully updated. To update this emulator to its latest version, unfortunately you will need to remove the previous build of Sudachi emulator on your Android device, or else you will get an app not added issue. So you will need to export your save files, etc. Take a backup of everything before you update to the newest version of Sudachi emulator. And there is indeed some improvements in this version, and this emulator is still ongoing. Its development is continued, which is pretty amazing. It is currently one of the best Nintendo Switch emulators that we have for Android. With that being said, let's get started. Now when you tap on the settings inside Sudachi emulator, this is a common bug in newer Android devices, especially with Snapdragon 8 Elite processors, where the emulator just crashes. So you can't really configure the global settings. So even if you want to customize a game setting, you can't do that because it crashes. And if we just go ahead and try launching a game, you will be able to see it does not work. So unfortunately this issue has still yet to be fixed, and you won't be able to use this emulator on the latest flagship devices. But don't worry, I have my Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra. Let me update the Sudachi emulator here and I'll be back. And here on my Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra, let's just go ahead and open settings, and as you will be able to see, the settings menu does actually work. So here we'll go to advanced settings, go to system, and make sure to set the limit speed percent to 400. Afterwards go back, graphics accuracy level is normal, resolution will set it to 0.75x, VSync mode set it to mailbox. Afterwards scroll down, aspect ratio stretch to window, and there is no new setting that has been added in this version of Sudachi emulator. So I think those are all the settings that we need to change. Along with that, I'll be importing a custom Mesa Turnip Adreno driver 25.1.0 revision 4. So here I have imported and selected it. Afterwards, let me just go ahead and import firmware as well, because I want to try the applet launcher feature. Once the firmware has been imported, let's go to applet launcher and immediately boot the Q launch feature. Now Q launch is pretty amazing because it gives you Nintendo Switch home theme on your Android device, and it looks pretty amazing. We are getting about 240 FPS while running this, but unfortunately the game which I have on my Android device has not been recognized inside the Q launch, and it seems that it has frozen. So we'll just go ahead and exit it and let's test out FIFA 23. I wanted to try out a new game, and it seems that unfortunately this brand new version of Mesa Turnip Adreno driver is broken. So we'll be using the 25.1.0 revision 2 instead, and now let's try out this game. Previously it was being stuck at 0 FPS, but now you'll be able to see at the top left corner we are getting about 240 FPS. So here we go, our FIFA 23 has successfully booted. Don't use the latest Mesa Turnip Adreno driver, use the revision 2 instead. So here we'll select PSG as our team, and there we go, our game has successfully started. Now as far as I remember, there used to be a lot of graphical issues previously in FIFA 23, so I want to see if those graphical issues have been fixed or not. So here we go, the match is about to begin, and unfortunately the game just crashed. So we'll restart and try setting up a match once again. And alright, now the game has successfully started. Here we go, FIFA 23 running on our Android device. As you'll be able to see, it looks pretty amazing. It seems that there are no major graphical issues. So we'll just go ahead and start the match, and there we go, we can immediately see some amount of graphical issues. The graphical issues are there, but what I'm most impressed is about the FPS. We are getting literally 90 FPS while emulating a game as heavy as FIFA 23, and you'll be able to see it's working properly. So yeah guys, Sudachi emulator is indeed a pretty stable Nintendo Switch emulator for Android, and in my opinion it is definitely one of the best options that we have, but not as good as Citron emulator in my opinion. Do let me know in the comment section down below what do you guys think about this brand new version of Sudachi emulator. I'll see you guys next time though. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.